In other global news, the US says it is reasonable to assess that Israel violated international law in Gaza. The US State Department has sent a report to Congress that comes to this conclusion. So far, the White House has said that it does not have a red line with Israel, while stating that it will not support a major military operation in Rafah. U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken said that the U.S. is convinced that an all-out Israeli offensive on the Gaza city of Rafah will provoke anarchy without eliminating Hamas. He also agreed that Israeli forces had killed more civilians than Hamas militants.
Israel's on the trajectory potentially to inherit an insurgency with many armed Hamas left, or if it leaves, a vacuum filled by chaos, filled by anarchy, and probably refilled by Hamas.
Now, U.S. National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan has defended U.S. President Joe Biden's decision to pause a shipment of bombs to Israel. Sullivan said that Biden does not want to see American weapons used in that kind of an operation. But he added that the move did not mean that Biden intended to abandon Israel.
In that context, he doesn't want to see American weapons used in that kind of operation. That's not to say that he is going to abandon Israel or cut them off from weapons. He was focused on a particular operation that he doesn't believe will succeed in defeating Hamas and that will cause grievous harm.
Meanwhile, Hamas released a statement saying that remarks by U.S. President Joe Biden that a ceasefire in Gaza would be possible if Hamas released its hostages were a setback to negotiations. During a speech in Seattle on Saturday, Biden said that a ceasefire in the Israel-Hamas war would be possible tomorrow if Hamas gave up hostages seized in its October 7th attack. Hamas also claimed that Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu had rushed to overturn the talks by launching an offensive in Rafah. On the other hand, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has pledged to continue Gaza operation in memory of civilians and soldiers killed in the October 7th attack. Meanwhile, on Sunday, Israel sent tanks into eastern Jabalia in the northern Gaza Strip. Heavy aerial and ground bombings overnight killed 19 people and injured dozens of others. Gaza health officials said that the death toll in Israel's military operation in Gaza has now passed at least 35,000.